Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. FPL Consult here, and today we're going to take a look at a draft that I've created that includes both Haaland and Salah. So it's basically a two premium draft, and I think a lot of us have kind of taken Salah or maybe Kane as a second premium out of the equation because they're just so expensive and there are so many budget options in the midfield that we kind of neglect the option of going for two premium. So today in this video I kind of want to take a look at how a potential two premium draft will look like, in particular Haaland and Salah, right? So this draft is actually crafted in such a way that it looks really good. I think for myself as well, I'm a little bit tempted to go with this draft, especially if I was considering Salah and Haaland, right? So hopefully you guys take a look at this draft and you think that it's useful. If you do, please give it a like and also subscribe as well if you are new around here. So let's take a look at the left hand side of the screen, and basically all of the money in the bank has been used up, right? 100 million team value and basically no money in the bank left. 3-5-2 is still the formation of choice here, but as you will see later on, I've kind of changed the structure a little bit in terms of the price points that we're going for the players, right? So let's start off in goal here, and I've chosen Flecken as the keeper, 4.5 million. So the reason why I've gone with him is because if we're going to spend so much money on the two premiums, we definitely have to go for a keeper that is 4.5. We can't go for a 5 million keeper. So Flecken, I feel, is currently the best 4.5 keeper because of all the fixtures that are in line for Brentford. It's a really good run of fixtures, and on top of that, he seems like he'll be the keeper of choice because Raya seems like he is headed for a move elsewhere. There's rumors of Bayern Munich. There's also that long-standing rumor with Spurs as well. So we wait to see what happens with Raya, but for now it does look like Flecken will be first choice. And then in defense, I've gone with the three-man defense that I feel in my own draft as well is currently the best three to go for: John Stones, Gabriel, and Estupiñán. Now, John Stones, I still do feel like Man City is a team that we have to target both in defense and attack, right? Their fixtures are just too good to ignore, and John Stones at 5.5 million, he's playing the inverted fullback role. He will get chances further up the field. We already saw him get a couple of good chances, and he actually scored in preseason so far. So it remains to be seen, the impact of Stones in that position moving forward into the new season, but I do think like big things are in store for him, especially in terms of FPL returns. So that's why John Stones is in this team. Gabriel as well. Arsenal start with a really good run of 3 fixtures, and Gabriel is really good in the air. His attacking threat is really, really strong, and of course all the teams that he's playing in kind of the first 7 to 8 game weeks, most of them concede a lot of goals from set pieces. So that is where I think Gabriel can capitalize as well. Hopefully the Arsenal defense is tightening up a little bit more as we get closer to the season, because a lot of preseason games have shown a little bit of sloppiness here and there, so they will have to get back up to speed. But I still do think that the fixtures going into the season are quite easy for them, so I do expect clean sheets as well. And then Estupiñán, 5 million. I still think like Brighton's first 3 fixtures cannot be ignored. I think Estupiñán's goal threat as well moving forward, the assists that he puts into the box, the dangerous crosses that he's kind of known for in that left flank. I do think like Estupiñán will rack up quite a number of double-digit hauls in the first couple of game weeks as well, right? We can look to ship him out from game week 4 onwards, but at least starting the season, I still do think like Brighton assets, especially Estupiñán, is important to consider, and that's why he's in this draft as well. So let's take a look now at the midfield. So in midfield, I've gone with Saka, Trossard, Salah, Enciso, and Rashford. So I think obviously, as I mentioned just now, it's a Salah and Haaland draft. Salah will definitely be in this team, and I think he will be a great captain option in game week 2 when he plays Bournemouth. So that's why Salah for now will be in this draft, especially since we are going to try and fit the team around these two premiums. Now the other 4 midfielders, we see Saka and Trossard on the left of Salah, Enciso and Rashford. So Saka and Rashford, who are on the extreme ends, I do think like they are kind of template picks, so I don't really need to justify them much. Saka is looking really good. He did miss a penalty against Barcelona, so maybe penalties gets taken off him. We're not sure at this point in time, but he has been still scoring consistently getting involved in the goals, getting assists as well. So Saka is definitely still nailed in my team. Same for Rashford as well, right? He has kind of yet to pick up really well in preseason. So we will wait to see his form preseason, but definitely going into the season, it does look like Rashford is still going to be the talisman for Manchester United, right? His position in the attack could change depending on whether Manchester United do sign a number 9. So for now, Rashford also preferred ahead of Bruno Fernandes for my team. And also, let's talk a little bit about the two kind of differential assets that I've gone with to kind of fit these two premiums, which is Salah and Haaland, into the draft. So Trossard and Enciso are definitely differentials. They're cheaper than the players that a lot of the template players that a lot of people are going for. So a lot of people will be going for Martinelli. I've opted for Trossard here. A lot of people will be going for Mitoma at 6.5. I've opted for Enciso at 5.5 here. So these are cost savings that basically help us to afford Mohamed Salah and basically allow me to craft this draft, which I think looks pretty good as well. Right, so Trossard, I think in general, looking at his preseason form, has been really, really good. He also did just score 2 goals against Barcelona. And he has been starting a couple of games in preseason ahead of Martinelli. Now, I know for sure that does not, kind of tell us that he will definitely start ahead of Martinelli when the Premier League starts. But basically, I think he is definitely in with a shout to kind of eat up Martinelli's minutes. And I actually do think, like, starting the season, we could see more of Trossard as well. So I'm willing to take a chance here. 7 million, and his explosiveness coupled with Arsenal's fixtures, I think could really bang there. And as for Enciso, 5.5, he's also another player that I think it makes a really good differential. Now, Brighton have a lot of attacking options up there in the midfield and also in the attack, in the front three. But I do think, like, when it comes to midfielders, Enciso is someone that fills in really nicely, kind of links up the play, and I do think like he will get a good couple of minutes going into the season, right? Of course, we could see some rotation here and there, but at 5.5 million, we're getting an explosive asset in Enciso who's really capable of scoring those brilliant goals as well, and he does have that knack of finding those little pockets of spaces, getting involved in those, slight touches, and basically kind of involving himself in that last final third play, and I do like that he's very involved in there, right? So that's why I've gone for Enciso here, which I think kind of covers Mitoma really well as well, right? I know there are a couple of drafts out there that have gone for Enciso ahead of Mitoma, whether or not budget is a constraint. So definitely I think Enciso could profit in the starting few game weeks. So up front, we've gone with Haaland and Jackson. Of course, Haaland will be in this draft. So focusing more on Jackson, he's at 7 million. Also another cost saving because a lot of people are opting for a 8 million Jesus in that second striker spot, but I've gone for Jackson now, and it gives me a little bit of chance to talk about his preseason form, which has been really, really good, right? This Chelsea side have picked up a lot of goals in preseason, so they do look like a side that have kind of found their scoring touch. Of course, preseason is just a gauge, and basically some people even feel like preseason may not give us that good of a indicator of what will happen during the season, but at least from what I've seen so far, I do like how Jackson is playing. He's really strong as a number 9. He gets involved, right? Sometimes he comes out to the wings and takes on players on the wings. He's not afraid to get involved, get in dirty, and basically finish those goals, right? So we've seen him score 2 goals already in 3 matches, so I think it looks really good for him. And in terms of his number 9 play, his point man play, it looks really good as well. He's kind of laying off the ball to Nkunku, laying it off to Conor Gallagher as well. All these plays, I think, kind of make him a really, really good point man for Chelsea. So I do think like he will be starting the season. So that's why I've got him in this draft as well. Also because he helps us to save 1 million as well, and then we can afford this Salah and Haaland draft. So on the bench, let's quickly go through it. There's Areola, Baldock, Kabore, and Mubama. So basically, all of them are at their lowest possible price points. A 4.0 million keeper is the cheapest, and Areola, I still feel, is the one to go for at this point in time. Baldock as well from Sheffield United, 4 million with decent attacking threat from Sheffield. And of course, there is a slight rotation risk, but because he is someone that I think could really get forward a lot, and just his style of play fits the FPL profile. So that's why I've gone for Baldock there. Same goes for Kabore as well, just that he plays for Luton Town, and basically I do think like Kabore will definitely come straight into the starting 11 for Luton Town and basically play that right wing back spot, also fitting the FPL defender profile where we want clean sheets and also attacking returns. Now lastly, this last forward at 4.5 million, Bubama. Now it gives me a chance now to talk a little bit about him, and basically he's been scoring 3 goals in 3 games for West Ham, right? And he wanted to leave the club, but basically David Moyes said he's not going anywhere, that Mubama will be very involved in the coming season, and we could see some minutes for him as well. So easily, I think at this point in time, he is the best 4.5 million forward we can go for. So taking a look at this whole draft, I guess we can see that I've covered a couple of points that I think are important to cover in game week 1 drafts. So Brighton players, definitely the ones that we should target here. So Estupinian and Ciso covers that. Arsenal triple up as well. We've got Gabriel, Trossard and Saka. And then for Man City assets, we've got Stones and Haaland. Now the other players would be Salah, right, which obviously we're going to go for if we're going to have a Haaland and Salah draft. And then Jackson as well, who's looking like a really good differential to have up front. So this is the team that I've drafted with Haaland and Salah. It's a 2 premium draft. Let me know what you guys think, and are you guys actually considering going with Haaland and Salah? I'd be interested to know, because I've kind of put that thought aside, but now making this draft, making this video, I'm kind of tempted to go with this as well. So let me know what you think. Drop your comments down in the comment section down below, and I'll be interested to discuss what you guys think about this draft, and of course recommend some changes as well so that I can improve it further. But for now, thank you guys for watching to this point. If you guys do enjoy this video, please give it a like and also subscribe as well if you are new around here, and I'll catch you guys in more game week 1 content very soon. Bye bye.